like button. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button and please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Cat Culture Radio. I hope everybody enjoyed their football Sunday. Hakeem, popping with like
You already know, to the moon.
Hey man, I'm good. Hey man, good over here, man. Hey, football's finally back, man. Everything's rocking and rolling, man. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's get it.
And not only that, but before we end the show today, we also have another exciting news. Me and Hakeem Jordan will let you guys know about that as well. But go ahead, Jordan, do your thing.
Yes, sir. Hey y'all, how y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Glad y'all coming to chat. See you guys at the beginning of the week on this Monday afternoon, Monday evening. See you, Just Jay. I see you, Just Jay. Welcome. So here's a topic we're gonna talk about. It's going into relationships, and I think it's something that a lot of people, I think they like struggle with this, and that's and which is infidelity, being forgiven and forget about it in a relationship. So what it is like, if like I say, if you're in a relationship or in a marriage, and one of your partners has had past infidelities in a relationship, and people, I think what people will struggle with, if you can forgive and forgive and also forget about it. And I think it's something to really, really talk about, because I think a lot of people, they'll say they do it, but they really don't do it. They just say that in the heat of the moment or something like that. Or also they can forgive that person, but they can never forget it, and they always bring it up in certain type of communicate, certain type of things. If if somebody upsets some person, they always bring it up. Hey, but you did this in the past, and we really want to know. Me, Ronnie, and Hakeem, we definitely gonna talk about it. Also, we definitely want to hear you guys in the chat, because we definitely want to hear you guys in the chat. If you ever in a relationship and then your partner had like a past infidelity, can you forgive and forget that person, and forget about the situation of the fidelity? We have a couple videos we're gonna show you guys about infidelity from a man's side, and also a woman's side. And after that, we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Perfect. How you doing, Sherry Bryant? How you doing, Just Jay? Thank you, Queens, for joining us. Mhm.
She said, "Are you getting married, Hakeem?" When Ronnie said we got some exciting news.
Oh, the
Hey, if you would pop that, you shock the whole people that's watching on the chat. People,
I
everybody gonna
would.
get
I
shocked.
would.
Should you forgive your
A
girlfriend
lot
for
of people really
cheating
shocked.
on you? I say yes. Always forgive. Never hold resentment in your heart. However, whether you're going to give her a second chance with you or not is a different story. And that depends. How far did she take it? Is she doing the most to show you how sorry she is? And is she going to extreme lengths to get you back and earn your trust back? Remember this, very few couples make it back from cheating. And if you want to leave right now, which by the way you should, because right now she is not ready for a relationship, and if you want to give her a second chance in the future, then that's your choice. However, remember this, do not stay because you are afraid to leave her or be alone.
When something happens and we cheat and we say, damn, it's been 3 months and it's still mad. Yeah. And I'm going to bring it up on Tuesday.
Yeah, but with that being said, how do we move forward? How do we
Sometimes we don't.
start mending it? Some of y'all are saying y'all forgave this person and you actually didn't. That is the truth. There is obviously going to be some things some boundaries we need to reinforce, some standards we need to solidify, and some expectations that need to be agreed to going forward. And there might be some concessions. If you were the cheating partner, maybe you got to be a little bit more open about your whereabouts. Maybe you have to give me the space I need to feel secure. And you have to do the work to rebuild the trust. But here's the thing. Sometimes you are not the person that can forgive cheating, and that's okay. Now listen to me. Listen to me closely. If you are that person that cheated, you got feelings too. Now hold on. And you got your capacity too. And if that woman's requirements or that man's requirements is too much for you, and you do not feel like doing it, you can leave too. Don't stay if you don't feel like doing the things she needs for you, or he or her needs for you to mend this.
Should you forgive her for cheating on you? You got an ex that wants to come back in your life. She's begging you to take her back. And you're like, I don't know. Should I forgive her? She says she's sorry. Guys, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Guys, God forgives, I don't. You should not forgive people for showing you who they really are. If a girl shows you that, hey, even though we're together, I'm still going to step out on you, that's who she really is. She might not, step back out once you bring her back the first month, the first 6 months. But I can guarantee you, eventually she will cheat again. Because you just showed her that she can just beg for your forgiveness and she can get away with it. If a girl cheats on you, that's the last time she ever gets to spend time with you again. That's it.
So those are the videos we show you guys. Someone said you can forgive somebody. Another person you saw right there, you say, no, I can't do it. Can't forget it. You just gotta let that person be. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. What's your take on this topic, Ronnie? Can you move past cheating if you're in like a long-term relationship?
No, but in the past, I have been cheated before, and I said it out openly and publicly. Being the time I have been cheating before with a girl I was dating for about 3.5 years, who was almost potentially of being my wife. Found out she was cheating on a guy off Facebook, right? So that stuff like that probably does happen now. It took me a very long time to operate in forgiveness. Hold on, give me 1 second, guys. Hold on. Go ahead, Hakeem. I'll go back on that though.
Okay, no problem. Just like him, I have been cheated on too. Shaka loves. Thank you. Sherry Bryant, love you. REJJ, I've been cheated on too. And it all depends on who the person is. And sadly to say this, I guess maybe I'm a little bit liberal about things or maybe a little bit progressive. I stayed with the person who cheated on me. I did. And it was one of the worst things I've ever, and it was one of the worst things I've ever did. Because I felt like trash. I felt like trash. Like maggots was on me when I stayed with that person. And then the pain inside was so overwhelming because I felt inadequate as a man. I didn't feel I was man enough because, you know what I mean? And then it started to get weird because I wanted to know like what positions he was hitting her in. Was he like doing it better than me? Like I was mystified by it. And because I thought I'd say, hey, I must have been doing something for her to go out there and stuff like that. But then you start to learn that, okay, man, if you can't keep her attention, it's a wrap. You know what I'm trying to say? And and let me tell you why I say I recommend for men to leave the situation. Sometimes it's a little bit harder when you have kids and stuff like that, because knowing men can get really physical when things like this start to seep in that. And I had to walk away from that because I started to notice myself wanting to get physical. And being a man and being honest and transparent about that, I was so hurt and devastated that I wanted to put my hands on that person. You know what I'm trying to say? And it took me to leave that person and having to being consoled by my sisters. My sisters and my cousin had to get involved, and because they see what level I was about to take it to. But I had to come to them first and I didn't go to a man about this. I went to the women in my life and say, hey, I think I might put my hands on her. Because I felt like she tried me. You know what I mean? And most men ain't gonna be real about that because I felt like the lowest of the lowest. And I had to just get from out of that.
I had a question for Hakeem before Ronnie go back some. About the cheating part, did you find out for yourself or did she tell you?
You know, what's in the dark comes into the light. I was snooping around. You know what I mean? Because here's the thing. When you're in a relationship, the dynamic starts to change a little bit and you start to notice a little bit things. So I was just wondering, there was little common things that were just out of place with us. So, you know what I mean? Me getting worried because, you know, you start to be so engulfed in a relationship, you're trying to make everything perfect. That's another thing too. You know what I mean? Every little thing I wanted to make sure it was due. I was so invested into this, so invested. So I was snooping around and I found out stuff. Videos, pictures, text messages, hidden apps. I went crazy. It got so point. I went down to over town with $1,000 to go get the dude knocked off. That's how I was ready. I was ready to take this. I was ready to take this to another level. You know what I mean? So it's hard to forgive somebody, but here's the funny thing about this. Women, knowing that when we do it to them, they're willing to forgive us and move past. The only thing is you're being excruciating pain because you're going to always be reminded of it. Go ahead.
Yeah, so back to my story. I brought it. Yeah, I made my situation known publicly on many different other people's platforms. The aspect of cheating. Now, it took me a very long time to forget the other person. That's why sometimes it's good to have a mentor or a therapist, someone you can talk to when it comes to the aspect of trying to forgive somebody, because it's not an easy thing to do, especially when you know you didn't do nothing wrong and the other person did something towards you. That's when it becomes hard. See, we can everybody can go to church and say, "Lord, forgive me for my sins," and be like, "All right, I'm done away with it." But at the same time, the true forgiveness is pretty much letting it go and moving past it. Sometimes you can still ask someone to forgive them and still hold that animosity towards them. That's not forgiveness. So I had to understand the true meanings of forgiveness. So if someone cheated on me, I had to understand what do forgiveness actually means. Forgiveness is not to say, "Oh, I'm sorry, forgive me," I apologize, and that's it. No, forgiveness means after you go to the person or the person come to you, you have to receive it. Then you have to fully let go in the mindset, spiritual sense, and also in the physical sense, and then you move past it. Now, I'm a type of person, I don't really deal with someone that cheating anymore. Back in the days, I did. If I find out you were cheating, I'll be like, okay, cool. I will try to work it out. Now I don't do that anymore. No. If I find out you cheating, I'm gone. Like, real talk, real talk. You can apologize to me a million times. Your phone will be blocked. You'll be deleted. I will act like you don't even exist anymore. Because I think when you have an open communication, especially in the aspect of relationship, there should be no room for cheating, because then the communication is going free flowing. Both of us communicating at the same level. And is it to me? It takes a lot of heart and emotion and physically to go and cheat on somebody. Because I know people do it all the time, but it's not easy. Because you got to maintain a lie, you got to maintain this. It's so many different things, and that's why I say when it comes to the aspect of marriage, I'm not married. I know someone. Even me and Hakeem actually know someone that was married that got
Whew.
on multiple times.
Yeah,
And,
man.
and he's still dealing with. I'm saying he's still dealing with that thought of that woman cheating on him on a constant basis. And me and Hakeem know this guy personally.
Yep.
Like, it's nothing to play around with. I'm
No.
being nothing to play around with. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, that's facts. Personally, for me, if can you forgive somebody cheating in the past? I think you can, but the thing is it depends on the situation you in. I mean, if you're in a situation y'all been married for so long and you got kids, and you believe in the dynamics of the family, there's to me there should be like an ultimatum. Try to go to couple counseling to fix it because if you really believe in family and somebody cheated, you know, I would say maybe one time, but if there's some type of like an affair or something like that, that's tough. That's very very tough because if you have an affair with somebody, that just tells you, there's something that the guy's doing, the girl's doing that your current sponsor's not doing at all. And for that, I don't think nobody can handle that. You can forgive that person, but being in that relationship, nah, you already got to cut it off. But yeah, it's just really the situations you in. Like if you're a type of person that gets cheats, constantly, and you're not knowing about it, and you find for yourself, I think you should cut it off because that person never came up to you, and told you like, hey, I'm doing this, I'm making a mistake, I'm cheating on you, I'm doing infidelity and everything. When a person that really can't tell you what they're doing, you gotta find for yourself. Yeah, you just gotta really, cut off that person because if you forgive that person, which you probably can, I mean, I guess that the other person's gonna take us say, hey, if that's the case, I'm gonna continue doing it again and again and again. And and there's some people who like that. I mean, I was like that one time, back in the day, when I was with a chick and she kept cheating on me, but I kept forgiving her because I wanted the relationship to work out. But there was a time I was like, hey, I can't deal with this because I just see a pattern of I'm forgiving her, but she's continuing to do it. And for that, it's like just can't have that type of person, just in your spirit because you can forgive that person, but it's just you always like I say, you always will remember it's like, okay, what did this guy did better than me? Sexually, was he, you know, um, cheating no better than I was? And I guess especially for men, we always have that thinking in our minds like, hey, if somebody if my chick was cheating on me, a person, the guys always be thinking, it's like, okay, what did he do better? I feel like it always keep it like straight up playing in your head, even though you forgive that person. Still, I feel like for a man, it always keep battling your head and everything. And if it always keep, always in your head and everything, you just got to take shit up because that's something that you're not going to you can forgive about, but you're not going to forget. You're not going to forget. So just the situations you in, you know, it's just for majority of the times, if a person cheat on you, it's like it's not gonna work out. It's like it's not just gonna work out. You can see, family or friends stories and YouTube that majority of the time when a person cheat, forgive, usually it doesn't work out. So
Now,
so I want to hear what the chat got to say about this.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Jordan and Hakim. I'm not gonna lie. If I had a child with this woman, it would probably be a whole different story because I don't believe in breaking up homes. I
Yeah.
raised like that. My dad didn't raise me like that, especially my mom. God rest her soul. She didn't raise me like that either. So I believe in the aspect of work it through it because of the aspect of the children. Now it will be very difficult because I'm not in the situation, but I think if it was the children involved, my idea would change. I will probably stick to it. I'm not gonna lie, I can't. I'm just being very transparent. I think I would just stick to it and just say like I would say F it, you know, because I don't believe breaking up homes because I see what it does to people, especially the children when they get older. It really makes a big difference. So I will probably stick to it in the children and probably would let them know as they get older. They're like, oh, dad, why are you acting this way? I'll probably let them know when they're in their teens and say, the reason why I act this way, cheat on me. But because of the aspect of you guys, I'm going to stick through it till you hit like 21. Then I'm out.
Brother, you say that because and I agree with you 100%. A lot of people, we talk about women, but in the men, I possibility would do the same thing. because it's just for the same thing you do. When you grow up in a certain level, you're thinking about the whole spectrum instead of that. The hurt will still be there. And here's the funny thing is too, I know somebody who has been cheated on, found out the baby wasn't theirs, stayed to help raise the kid. Stayed to help raise the kid. And the thing we talking about this, about if there could be acceptance, but let's talk about preventative maintenance. What can we do before we get to the point of cheating? How can we stop you from cheating? Or do you have the decency enough to allow your partner to know that, hey, I think I'm gonna fall over the cliff. Maybe we should just end this right now before it gets messy. But a lot of y'all got houses tied up, cars, businesses, money, couple kids. You know what I'm trying to say? And it's that. But Lord Spike Protein said it's not about the other dude, it's about her. It's always going to be about her. You can have problems with that. And this is why our society has gotten even weirder about cheating. We've elevated to the point where we start talking about, hey, let's just have an open relationship. We could be this power couple, still keep everything on paper. I'll let you have your little boyfriend in the summer house. I'll have a couple girlfriends. It's weird. That starts to get weird.
No, Lord Spike say he disagreed with me, but he understands respectfully.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people don't disagree with that, but in the aspect, me and Hakeem and Jordan probably know people all around us who say, my dad wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. My dad wasn't there. Sometimes I also believe in self-love, but sometimes you got to make sacrifices to help someone out on the long haul. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think a lot of these children today are effed up, because everybody say, oh, it's all about me and my feelings, or how I got to make myself feel. But then we forget about our little ones down the street. Sometimes you just got to sacrifice. Even they say, for people that believe in the Bible, of course, they even say God gave up his only begotten son because he cares about the whole world. So he gave up his only begotten son. I mean, he cares about you that much to give up his only begotten son. Think about it. That's true love. It's not about you. It's about the other person. Go ahead, Johnny.
Yeah, that's true, Ronnie. But the thing is about society, we're at the level is like somebody really can't do that. And I see some marriages that, that's not really good. But the thing is that they're in the house, even though the marriages might be rocky or somebody had cheated or anything. What they would do is, they'll stay in the house, but they'll just be in different rooms.
True.
One be in a one be in the master bedroom, one be in the other room. Because the
Yep.
thing is, it's like it's a little bit of a sacrifice, but the thing is, if you got children still want to see your parents, living together. Possibly not sleeping in the same bed, but just living in a house together. This when a kid see, like I said, their parents in the house together, it helps out a lot. It really does helps out a lot. Now, we kids get older, you're 18, and 20, 21, to go to college, go to the military, just get out the house. Then now you can start saying, hey, we could continue to do this, or we can get a divorce, 50-50, all that type of things. But it's very, very important, just having more options, not just hit the divorce button, but a button when you had kids. But just look at the options that, hey, I really don't want to be with you. Maybe, we just need to live in separate rooms. We do what we want to do, but for the sake of the kids, when they grow up, we'll be there. And then after that, y'all can stay together or divorce or whatever.
Shout outs to Chocolate Earth. Shout outs to Chocolate Earth Foundation. Shout outs to Motivation Vision, Jess J, Shaka Love. Did I say Motivation?
Yeah, he said motivate. Yeah, he said.
Oh my! And shout outs to Shaka Love. Shout outs to Sherry Bryant, Young Greatness. Everybody's just, and shout outs to my thumbnail, Sugar Bomb.
Exactly. She been gone for like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Shout outs to my. So Shout outs to Eric Brown. Hey, fellas, Eric Brown wants to get on the panel one day. You always welcome, Eric. Let's just set it up.
I understand they always welcome. You know, I was gonna bring somebody on today as well, but the person back. So yeah, anybody welcome, man. I be reaching out to people to have them.
Busy. I wanna apologize because this person said hello and we didn't and give them a salute. Shout outs to Liberated Soul Rebel. Liberated Soul Rebel. Shout outs to you. I think I've been cheated on. It's open your eyes to the reality. Letting ish go when it's time. Now, I want to talk about something about the whole cheating aspect too, that a lot of people don't want to admit, and I'm gonna admit to this. There's a term called Stockholm syndrome. Majority people who've been cheating on or been hurt makes you love the person who cheated on you even more. I want everybody to think about that. In your mind, in your psyche, you say they got to love me because they went and did me dirty. It's just the same way when a woman get an eye jammy or a backhand from a dude. We always wondering, why is she going back? And I've sat here and had personal conversations and then say, hey, he must love me to take it to the point that you'll do the unthinkable. But in beneath that, the hurt and the pain that you got to do that, that's why therapy is so imperative. We all say what we'll do, what we'll not do. A lot of people stay in relationships due to the fact that they don't want to start over. You done spent 20 years with somebody, 20 years, Social Security, houses, boats. You done put your kids through school. Now you got to get back in the dating scene and try to.
Especially, I want to add this, Hakeem. Especially if you got business together too.
Yeah, businesses, millions of.
I love Sugar Bomb.
Sugar.
But Hakeem, you think you speaking facts, man? Keep going.
Yeah. She said, "I'm not living unhappy." Some people suffer through the pain. Oh, listen. Eric Brown, he said, I stayed with somebody after being cheated on. This is a man telling you this. We all have done this. And here's the funny thing is too. Good men stay with women who cheat on them. I want you to think about that. Because a real street guy is going to give you an eye jammy and walk away. Good men stay with people who cheat on.
See what just said?
I'm not agreeing with nothing today.
What she say?
He said, Hakeem, no señor.
Hey, listen. Perdón, mi amigo. Perdóneme.
No, I would just say with Just Jay, send the link because he says she want to add her 2 cents if we get a chance.
Oh no, yeah, we can drop the link. What, 30 minutes up? Yeah,
we got time.
Yeah, we got time. Okay, okay, hold on. Let me get the link.
Chocolate Foundation says it's over, no second chances.
You see what I'm saying?
That's cap, Jordan. I say that's cap because women say that all the time, and they will go right back to that same guy over. And I'm not talking about her, but I'm just saying I heard women say that all the time. Right back to that woman over and over. I mean, right back to that man over and over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm. Think about it. 10, 15 years. You telling yourself you got to jump back out there in the game to go look for another person. And I'm speaking for men too. And
the D good too. For 15, 20 years.
I didn't want to go.
Hey, Lord Protein Spike say, I thought you was an alpha.
Chances are she going back. I promise you. She'll be like, I just cuss him out. It'll just be a toxic relationship, but they'll go back together. Yeah, I've seen it so many times.
Listen, Lord Pro, you see, I am, but listen, I am weak too. I am weak too.
Yeah, he said I thought you was alpha. Oh, you changed the function. He said I thought you was alpha. Oh, let me drop the link in the chat and see if Chocolate Earth want to come up as well.
She's in the chat. I don't know why she's Oh, you want to know something? Chocolate Earth can speak.
Okay, can you hear me?
Can y'all hear her?
Yeah.
All right. You know, this new feature is whenever you don't like show your camera, it just. But I wonder if everybody else can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear her.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah, you good.
Okay, great. I'm in the middle of trying to get cute, so I ain't get on the camera.
That's no problem.
But
You're already beautiful. What you mean getting
oh,
cute?
stop
Look
it!
at how King. He got
No, no. You
Okay,
listen.
don't do it.
All the queens are already beautiful. Y'all already
Oh,
beautiful.
yeah. Well, I don't know right at the moment, but thank you very much. I'll take it with me.
You know what I mean? Give me the bleach stained dress. Give me the headband. You know what I mean? Give me the
That's on
sister.
Saturdays when I'm cleaning up.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Give me the
But
2005 Erica Badu with the head
all
wrap.
day, all
Tyrone. Yeah.
day. Yeah. With the hoops, little lip gloss. I'm ready for the day. I'm gonna say this. Hello, gentlemen. And this is for you, Ronnie.
Hello.
Okay, so I do understand that yes, women will say that and stay just like men will say it and stay.
Mm-hmm.
I personally have no toleration. No, there's nothing you could tell me. One, because if me and you have decided to be together, I'm sharing my life with you. I'm sharing my body, my food, and you want to go dip your wig? Nah, bro. And I find out your clothes is outside. I'm gonna pack them up real nice for you, and you gone. That's it. I've been through it already. Mm-mm. Once I found out it was over, gone. Bye bye. See you later. There's no. What conversation can we have? The trust is gone for
But
me.
but Chocolate, let's keep it real. If the guy you built with, like mind you, y'all have special moment, you think that's not gonna play back in your mind? Excuse me.
I have special moments that play back in my mind, but it don't mean nothing. Those were moments. Those are memories. I'll make new memories. You know
I
what I
heard
mean? It
I
for
heard
me.
I heard women say that all the time. I promise you, they will go back.
But yes, of course, because men cheat all the time. Like we, of course, you're going to hear it all the time. People cheat, men and women both. However, there is a whether it's a small sector of us or not, there are women who are like, no, that for me, and the reason it is because I think the type of person that I am. Two, I grew up in that. My father cheated on my mother all the time. My uncles, they cheated on their wives all the time. Like it was like habitual. And what I didn't like is that it is normalized in our community. We kind of take it on like, oh, I've had women ask me, oh, you broke up with him. What did he do to you? Did he cheat on you? Did he take your money? No, he just was not a good person to be with. Will you please stop?
Even your
I apologize.
even your
No, every time I get online, it's like he know, and he was in my live yesterday, like all in my face, and I'm like, bro, you gotta go. That's my only boyfriend now. Like, that's it. He black though, for real. But in all sincerity, like I get it, but I'm a person that I will cater to your needs. I don't have a problem listening to you.
Praise
If
the
you're
Lord.
feeling frustrated or unappreciated, come talk to me.
Hallelujah.
And I think that's what a big part of it is. The reason people cheat is that they do not feel fulfilled within the relationship. You don't go cheat. It's like saying, okay, you sitting at dinner having steak and everything you want, the tables fly, blah, blah, blah. Are you going to get up and go get you some McDonald's? Like right in the middle of dinner.
So I want to ask you a question, Chocolate.
Okay, I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Imagine the you say that, and I agree with you 100%. But then there's people who feel like after investing all that time, are you ready to go back out there to go search for another person, knowing that you've already built this foundation?
That's a great question. And here's how I look at that. Yes, we may have built things.
Whoa.
Yes, we may have, maybe there's children involved. Maybe there's businesses, like you said earlier.
Mm,
However, is it worth my peace?
mm,
Is it worth me sitting up at night not trusting you? Is it me looking at you like, where you been? I want to ask you these questions,
mm.
but I don't want to push, or I'm feeling uncomfortable. And to me, being in a relationship is bigger than the things that we have tangibly invested in.
Hallelujah.
If our children know, because children ain't dumb and people pretend like they are, they know something's off. Mommy and daddy don't kiss in front of you, they don't hug, they don't sit next to each other, they not showing affection. Now you're living a lie. And for me, no, I don't. I would rather take a great relationship for maybe 6 months than to be with a man that I'm hit with him for 10 years, kids, and I'm unhappy the whole time. It don't make sense for me. My peace and my love for myself is more than that. And that's how I feel about it.
I got a question. What if the guy offers say, "Hey, I have a problem and I want to do couples counseling so we could fix it"? Fix it. Would you do it?
If he comes to me first, yeah. If he comes to me and talks to me and say, we he think it's a problem, or maybe it's something I have missed, or maybe it's something I don't know. Yeah, let's go do that. But that's proactive. I don't
Instead of
want to
reacting.
do it after you done already slept with another woman, because again, this is another human being you decided to share your body with after you told me I was the one. I'm all you need. But if I'm not enough, then you need to figure out yourself what that enough is. So yeah, I understand what that means. I walked away from a 4-year relationship, invested time, invested all those things, wonderful memories, some trips involved, but it doesn't matter.
Hallelujah.
My peace is more important. And that's why that's why I'm single now. So, that's all. I just wanted to add my 2
Uh,
cents.
go ahead, Just Jay, because I know she.
Oh, just Jay in the back. Oh yeah, I forgot they
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, we get you.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, I was listening. I was thinking about what Ronnie said, how he would stay in a relationship. And I totally get it, right? Because everybody is different. I think that everyone needs to evaluate their own boundaries and see what works for them. Because some people can recover from cheating, right? Some people can't. It all depends on the person. But something struck me when Ronnie said that, the kids may ask him why he acted a certain way, right? So this is my thing. If you're gonna stay in a relationship, right, after someone cheats and there's children involved, if they see you acting a certain way, they're still being affected on some level. They still see, they're still able to palpate that something isn't quite right. They might not be able to put their finger on it, but something isn't right. So I guess my thing is, I guess the question would be, if a person cheats, the question for the other person is, will I be able to stay in this relationship and still function on a healthy level? If I should stay in this relationship, can I function on a healthy level that will still benefit the relationship? But we all know that cheating is actually pretty traumatic, right? Yeah. Infidelity actually can cause symptoms that are akin to PTSD, right? And it's very real, and that's a lot to recover from. Like, it's truly traumatic. I'm not trying to be like over dramatic about it, but when you really love somebody and you experience that level of betrayal, it's traumatic. And I don't think that is something that people can get over overnight, right? Like when the guys was having the conversation on the clip that y'all had, and he was saying, oh, but if you forgive them, then you're supposed to be able to move on, et cetera, et cetera. To me, it's a process. If you decide to stay in a relationship after infidelity, you are still going to be like very raw to the situation. You know what I'm saying? Some days you might not want him or her to touch you, because when they do touch you, they might remind you of, like, what is different levels to it, right? So to me, I think that people can recover from it. People who are willing, right? And we know it's levels, right? We ain't talking about people who talking about every Friday they finna go outside. They going to the, spa day is every Friday, but we know they ain't at the spa. Or he said he finna go hang out with the fellas, but we know he ain't hanging out. Stuff like that. That's definitely toxic behavior. But and I don't feel like when people cheat, it's a slip up. I don't feel like that, right? Because I do feel like you have to go through many different things in your mind. It's a whole process, right? And it starts in our mind. But I also feel if you have open communication, if you feel safe enough to talk with your partner, that's the time where y'all could discuss what you need from the other person. Because typically when people step out is because they are either lacking something in the relationship, but to me, on a base level, it's something they're lacking within. You know what I'm saying? It's not about the other person. And trust me, I get it, right? You feel like shit. You feel like, okay, well, damn, I ain't good enough. Like, okay, what is it about me? Okay, well, damn, dude look better than me or what? Like, if you go down that rabbit hole, you'll feel like crap, right? But it's not about you, it's about the other person. And sometimes people just are restless in their spirit. They not content within themselves and they go out searching, searching, searching. But anyway, I'm gonna wrap it up because as usual, when I talk, some people just I don't know what their deal is. Lord, spike protein is
No, no,
highly annoying.
get back.
Literally, he say, but Eric Brown did say something, and I don't want to forget. Gore had a statement for you, Chocolate Earth. But Eric Brown said, not with the process, but if you stay to work, the work has to be done. And
Facts.
Gore said, would you recommend therapy if he did not recommend it first, Chocolate Earth?
Good question.
If I felt like something was wrong in the relationship, because you do know, you feel it, the energy shifts, the changes. Yeah, I would say, hey, do we might need to go talk to somebody and see if you know what's going on between us. Are we okay? It's for me. I think people forget to check in with one another
Mm-hmm.
in relationships.
Yep.
Um, and I will add this caveat: we will break our backs to learn a skill,
Mm-hmm.
right? If we say, okay, I want to be, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a mathematician. I don't know why it just hit me in it. You're going to practice, right? That's your goal. You want to go to the best college. You want to train. You want to do certain things. So on and so forth. And so the question is, why do we not practice when it comes to our relationships? Why don't we practice within ourselves how we are going to deal with another human being? All I got is the control to react. I can't control you. I don't know what your thoughts are. I don't know those things until you open your mouth. Now I can feel your energy. I can notice your body language. I can see that you rolling over and sleeping on the edge of the bed. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But it still comes down to the words that have to come out so we can understand where we are. And like I said, I take it very seriously. So that might be extreme. However, I feel like if I've decided that I am sharing my life with you, that it just as intense as somebody would practice to be what they who they want to be in life or grown up or business, whatever, people need to start practicing that within their relationship. Be the best version of yourself and stop getting in relationships and then, oh, I ain't got to do nothing because I already got him or I already got her. Y'all need to be making each other fall in love with each other all the time.
I want to read two statements that coincide with each other.
Mhm.
Christopher J, thank you so much for the statement. I want you to say I didn't forget it. He said, stop promising someone monogamy if they're not well equipped to meet the standard of that part. John Smith, our beloved John Smith, said, let's talk about having open relationships from the jump. Ladies, go ahead. Ladies, fellas, go ahead.
To have an open relationship, most of the time it doesn't work, to be honest, because someone between each party is going to get mentally and physically hurt. That it always happens. I hear stories at the time again. People that do have open relationships, they be like, "Well, I'm dating this woman, I'm dating this other woman, but this one right here, it's something about her, cuz I just wanna settle down with it. It doesn't work. So I just be like, it ain't for you, homie. Like cause normally when you have an open relationship, most of the time there is no emotion involved. It's always physical. It's just keeping a job.
That's true, Ron, and that's what the average person, the average man thinks about. To order to be in an open relationship, you really got to be invested into it. And I'm talking about like family oriented. If you guys are all about the family and fully invested, then okay. But it's a really a process. That's why you don't hear like a relationship don't work like that with Rodney saying, because people just go in there and they try to really figure it out, and it's all about the sex, and you picking like this is better, that's better. It's like no, all three of y'all got to be in the same page in order to work. If you're not on the same page, don't even talk about it. Don't even think about getting open relationship.
Ladies, go right ahead, speak if you.
As far as open relationships, I agree with Ronnie. I do think a lot of it is physical. Again, esoterically speaking, this boils down to the individual. What is lacking within themselves, right? Why do they have a constant need to seek these extrinsic methods of like getting whatever they perceive as love, or even physicality, getting it, like popping their rocks off? Why do they have this insatiability, right? A lot of us like to like differentiate between men and women, and there are some differences, but I also feel like we're more alike than different, right? Not in regards to men and testosterone, we know there's a higher drive, right? But for men who are constantly in their lower nature, they will feel that need to want to go out and just knock down everything in sight. To me, it's about how the person evolves as an individual, right? You have some guys that will run the streets when they're young, and then as they get older and they mature, or they have a daughter or they have children, they start to realize the impact on how they treated others, and they have a level of remorse and they grow from that, right? But y'all know it's some men that never grow from that, right? They feel like they're gonna knock them down until they in a casket. Or you got some women who feel like they're gonna run the streets and line pockets, you know what I'm saying, until it's all over. But as far as this whole thing, I mean, a lot of people don't even know what they want going into a relationship, and they don't even know how to articulate what they want, because most of us don't dig deep enough to even know what we want in a relationship.
Hold on. Is this comment right here?
Yeah, that's it.
You will put all the energy in helping someone heal from hurting you versus it is somebody out there waiting and ready for love.
I don't know. I notice in the comments, I see everybody, oh no, that's a hard pass. That's an absolute no. That, I mean, everybody in the chat, right? But it's kind of wild to me. I'm pretty sure damn near all of us been cheated on. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm not understand. Don't get me wrong, right? After you experience certain things, you know for sure you ain't dealing with it, right? Like Ronnie said, okay, moving forward, if you do this and we ain't married, I'm out, right? You learn those boundaries as you experience life. But it's amazing to me that we always have these, oh no, whatever. Don't get me wrong, it's not ideal, but at the same time, I understand that life is complex. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't mean you're supposed to stay with somebody you're not happy with if y'all been just because y'all been together for 20 years. You know what I'm saying? But if you invested 20 years and both of y'all are committed to getting over whatever it is that happened, then I mean, I don't know. I don't look at people away for staying in a relationship, because as y'all know, with friends and whoever, they do what they want to do anyway. Like even for the ladies in the chat, they know, we talk to our homegirls and whatever. Listen, that ain't stopping nothing. If she love him, she riding with him until she tired. So yeah, keep your hands out the pot. People work out their stuff, and I don't look at people weird if they decide to stay in a situation.
Cause JJ, remember you I think you already know you from my surroundings. You from Miami, so you already
Right.
know the difference between different women from the Hispanics, from the black. You name all different lights, all different. So majority of the time, women may say something right now, but on the back end, when they having a conversation with you, they be like, he cheated on me, but they always say that but.
It hit different.
When
So yeah.
He conversate with me on the phone late night. He helped me sleep at night. They will bring all the good quality of that man, and that will make him stay in within the relationship. And Lord Spike, you're not annoying, brother. Over here, mine. Hey, everybody, it's free speech over here.
Yeah.
I'm respectful, and to
Yeah,
me,
that's just personal. They love you.
yeah, Lord Spike,
Yeah.
ain't on
We,
you now.
listen, Viva la Mexico.
Yo, but,
We
but
straight.
go in me, Jordan, and I kid, trust me. So it
Right.
hard feelings, all love, brother. It's all love. But yeah, go ahead, hiking. Go ahead.
I want to mention something that Chocolate Earth mentioned that I think that we need to hone in on, and I don't want us to go over this, and I want to add a tidbit onto this. The acceptance of cheating in our culture. And that's something that when she said that, I had to sit down and ponder in my mind is that she has a point about this. When do when do you how do we rationalize the acceptance of cheating? Because we see TikToks and a bunch of things. A lot of people say they won't accept cheating from a broke guy compared to a guy with a lot of resources. And I definitely want to hear the ladies' opinions about this on why do you think somebody who has a lot more resources who can provide certain things, she might feel that I need to stay with him because if I leave him, I might not be able to get this guy to financially support what I'm doing. Some of this that is an echo in like entertainment and stuff like that because you see a lot of these guys cheat on their girls, but they go back and to see that are they able to find somebody financially to take care of them. Yeah.
I think that well, again, this is that buildup of our society. Men have always, even in history, those who have are the ones that women should go for. I don't think anybody's parents or mother said, or father, go get you a broke man. Go get you a man that's got like 5 felonies and can't work. Go get you a man that's been in jail like 5 times. Go get you a man that's got 5 baby mamas and he got a addiction problem and he like to use you as a punching bag from time to time. Like nobody's parents was telling anybody that. And even with the boys, go get you a girl that's giving it up to everybody but you. Go get a girl that's gonna take all your check and spend it on whatever she want and she don't care that you or the kids is hungry. Like there's no list of parents that have said, let's go get somebody that's a bum, right? And like to Just Jay's point, of course, life happens, people hook up. But as a general statement, the reason why when we talk about hypergamy, when we talk about financial resources and that stability, it is because that's what's been set up. A man is supposed to provide for you, and you're supposed to provide, the children, the nurturing, that life at home. And he's supposed to go out here with his spear and Fred Flintstone outfit and go get you some lion meat, right? So it's like when we have this, and this has been set up, it's in everything we have imprinted and digested. We are all born into it. It's already been happening. So it is, yes, it's levels to it. And yes, I'm not gonna knock anybody to stay in a relationship. If you feel you can salvage it, you feel you can forgive this person, you feel that you can build that trust again with that person, kudos to you, right? However, on the other side, for the crazy ones as like myself, I don't care how much money you got. I don't, because again, the money is not going to replace how I feel every day. Because now I gotta pretend like I'm okay. I can't bring things up. I can't ask certain questions. I gotta pretend as though I forgive you for this because it's in your mind that okay, I said I'm sorry, I ain't gonna do it again. We talked about it, we went to couples counseling, and so you should be able to move on too. You ain't moved on either. See that's the other side of it. He or she has not moved on either because you know what you did. You got to sleep with yourself every day. So yes, some people will look at the tangibles and they will outweigh that emotion, and they will get that love or craving from somebody else. That's why they say, the wife or the husband, they sleeping with the help. Look at Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yep.
He had a whole baby
Yep.
with
Yep.
the maid. So like, what was Maria Shriver not doing?
Woo, Lord.
What was he not
We're gonna
saying?
go there. We're gonna
What
go
was
there.
happening in that relationship that Maria was cleaning and cleaning? You feel me? Like what?
Woo.
And now y'all got a whole child. So see, these are the things. Like for instance, my dad had 10 children. We are spread all over the country, and I think we probably got some brothers and sisters in Vietnam and some other places. He only married two of the women in his life. He married my mother, and he married one of my other sister's mom. Other than that, all he did was make single homes across the world. And then I'm like, why do we justify this? And this has been justified. Your grandmama said it. My grandfather, yeah, the rumor was, oh, he slept with old girl up the street. Well, they stayed together for almost 60 years.
Mm-hmm.
Is that okay? I can't say that because that's their relationship. I don't, you know what I mean? That's not my husband. I thought my grandfather, I'll say this to land it. I remember going to see my grandfather. We were going to pick up a vehicle he had bought for my mom. This was the type of dude he was. I had brought up the guy that the guy that I was dating at the time drove us up as a favor, right? So we were like sitting, because everybody, grandma and grandpa that got a house got the front room, right? So we in the front room where it's okay to touch stuff. And we're sitting there and we laugh and we talking. And my grandfather kind of came around the corner and he kind of was looking at me. So I got up and was like, "What's up, Papa?" And he said, "Do you love him?" And I was like, "Papa, nah, we just dating. We cool right now." And he said, "Well, make sure that he loves you more than you love him." And I was kind of thrown back, like, what? Like, what? Huh? And so what it did for me in my head was my grandfather didn't feel loved by my grandmother. He loved her and he felt as though she didn't love him the same way. I don't know if I could live with that for 50 and 60 years, no matter what the tangibles are. And I think we are willing to give up our peace and our energy and joy and life and being appreciated for a vehicle and a business. That it's not enough, not for me. And I wanted to also answer the question about having an open relationships. Is that what we said?
Mm-hmm.
If I can't have two husbands, it's not happening. I'm just gonna say that right now. Yeah, so that's as open as it's gonna be. Thank you. I'm not sharing my house with another woman. It's just not gonna happen. Unless she my sister-in-law, my niece. But for me to be in a relationship with two women and my husband or boyfriend or whatever oh yeah, no, that ain't gonna work. I ain't that person. That job application is thrown out the window because I don't qualify for that. But that was my answer to it. Thank y'all, gentlemen.
No, go
Thank you. Thank
Hey,
you.
show link in the chat and also just Jay, so people can make sure to subscribe to you guys as well.
Yeah.
I'll be just Jay be over there, so you guys put a link in the chat. Chocolate Earth.
So let me ask you a question. What about
I want to ask you a question. Why do you
Why
have
you
that
looking like a
on?
bandit? What
But
is
No, no,
that's
going
what
no.
they
on?
say.
Listen,
He got
because
he got on the ski mask because he about to go do something serious. That's what I'm saying.
we
Why
we
you on the
Okay,
ski
okay.
mask?
listen, we going there today. We
I was
going there
like, what
today.
happened here? Where are
We
we
going there
doing?
today. So what about when there's an expectation? Sherry Bryan said, "I will not sell my soul to accommodate someone else.
For some people, it's just that black and white. For some people, it's not. I mean, it is what it is. It doesn't mean a person is hard up or desperate. Like, some people just. It depends on how the person values the relationship, and everybody is different. Just because a person chooses to stay in their relationship and work on their shit doesn't mean that they're hard up or desperate or whatever. You have your boundaries and you clear on that. And to me, that's all what matters with individuals. You just know your own boundaries. Back to this ski mask, Pooh Shiesty.
No.
Let's get it.
We about to go there because here's the
Let's
thing.
get it.
We about to go there because the number one consensus of why men cheat on women because women stop having sex in their relationship.
You reckless. Okay, let me go on mute. Okay, let me go on mute.
We're gonna go there. The on-demand sex has not been provided.
No, it's just the woman not emotionally involved with that man. Pretty much not asking the man how his day going, how he's feeling. Most women, most of the time, never ask a man how his day is going or how he is feeling. Y'all only worry about yourselves because at the same time, a man will come in, he will text you, baby, what's going on? Are you okay? Are you all right? But with a man, he'll be in his room. You'll be like, you just see him and you just keep on walking. That's an issue with some women, not all, but that's the issue with some women. That's why they get cheated on because the woman at work is going to listen to his problems.
Shout out to Jabari on Instagram. Jabari's on Instagram.
Jabari blocked from the chat. That's why I block his ass.
Oh, come on. Let my brother.
What he do? What he do? That's funny.
Let my brother back in.
No, I'm waiting for you to finish, sir, because I'm trying to be respectful here. I don't know how much time y'all got left. But y'all wild right now, so it's whatever.
I'm just feeling like we about to set it off.
Listen, girl, I got my gloves. Like, what we doing? I'm just saying at the end of the day, if you weren't handling obviously you're lacking somewhere. Okay. When you feel like you need to step out, maybe you ain't feeling secure as a man. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you ain't secure in who you are as a man. Maybe it's too much ego flexing. Maybe you know what I'm saying, in that whole little skull nigga Neanderthal caveman mode. And so you feel like you got to go pop your rocks because guess what? She been holding it down. She been cooking. She was just cramping that day.
On demand sex.
No, she was cramping that day. And you just not being understanding. She done did everything else in the house. She done missed out on 2 days, and now you done decided to run the streets like a bandit. I'm disappointed.
I'm about to blow it up for him.
Look, come on.
Y'all ready? Get him, girl. Get it. You got it. I'm going on mute. Get it.
He's paying bills.
I have
on-demand sex.
On the other side, I am an on-demand sex woman, and I have been rejected.
Hallelujah.
Ain't no hallelujah. That's what you're gonna be saying when you talking about, baby, I'm tired. I've been at work all day. Come on, man. Go on. You ain't ready. Now we can go get the ski mask. Y'all, I don't think y'all ready. Chocolate, I think we need to get us some ski masks when we come back up here.
I don't need no ski mask. I go in. You gonna know me. I want you to see me. I'm looking in the camera.
Look at him. That's just what he gonna be saying when she keep talking about. Come here. He gonna be talking about woo.
Oh man.
Oh my God. I'm crying.
Let me give y'all another perspective because yes, I completely agree that a man has to be taken care of physically and emotionally, even though y'all pretend as if emotions only are attributed to women. And that is not true. Men have a range of emotions. Being happy is an emotion. Being angry, emotion. Now it gets even deeper. Let's not separate it. Logic is a way that you process. It is not a set in your brain, right? It is how you process your situation. So I'm going to tell y'all this. There are women, and I'm one of them women, that I am comfortable in my sexuality. I have no problem having a conversation about it.
Praise the Lord.
I have no problem if there's something that my husband, and I said husband.
Praising the Lord, Hakeem. You ain't ready because she could take it there. Yeah. I'm going to have to tell you about it another time, but I don't think you're ready, baby.
Hey, don't do me.
No, we're not going to do it here because Sky probably over there listening. No, Sky, listen, girl, this PG. Sky probably over there listening with his mama Sherry. So we ain't going to, don't do it, girl. Don't do it.
I won't, I promise.
He over here doing the Cabbage Patch. He going to be up there hollering, telling me his back tied. You better go sit down somewhere, Hakeem.
Listen, I drink chlorophyll pills. I'm on vitamin B12. I'm drinking water. I started my Pilates. And I'm about to get into the calisthenics, and Jordan's training me.
Right.
Jordan's training me on
Show.
kickboxing.
I'm
Stop
Jordan's,
crying.
it.
How can you finna be doing Muay Thai in the
I'm
bedroom?
like,
Wait, I ain't finna do this with y'all. I'm finna stop.
This
Wait,
is
okay,
great.
I'm
This
gonna
is a
stop.
great
Wait.
conversation. Well, I think it's necessary. You know, I say this, Just Jay. I think that we should have more conversations about how we relate to each other sexually and
Absolutely.
emotionally,
yep.
because that's a part of an emotion. Being lustful, being excited,
And that's why some people step
those are
out
I agree
emotions.
with that. I definitely
because
agree with
they're not
that.
Fact.
having those conversations,
Right,
And it's not about an
exactly. I'm
excuse,
Facts.
right?
telling
'Cause
you,
let's be clear, y'all. Some people just trifling, right? We ain't
right.
talking about trifling
We
people. We're
yeah,
talking about people that
yeah,
are looking to build healthy
yeah,
relationships. We ain't
exactly.
talking about trifling people.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna get my certification so I can teach a class. I believe that my knowledge will be helpful to folks because I'm telling you, as a community, we don't talk about sex in a positive way. We only
Hmm.
talk about it in the way of don't you get pregnant.
Keep
You
right.
better watch that little thing. It
That's
stinks.
true. That's true.
That's
You
true.
you in there pulling on it, you going straight to hell. Like it just is this
Mm,
really,
yeah.
this dynamic that puts men in a place of, well, what am I supposed to do? I am feeling this type of way. What am I supposed to do? It's not a bad thing. It's just understanding yourself,
And that's
understanding
why you have some guys that'll step out and do certain things with the
right.
woman out the house instead of
Yeah.
doing it with
Exactly.
a wife.
Oh, it's
And
an
people, we gotta
unhealthy
have grown people conversation, but that's
way.
another time. But definitely,
You don't
absolutely,
have
I
to do
agree.
that. And another thing too, men have a tendency to put their wives on a pedestal.
Mm-hmm.
When that title of wife comes up, it's like, oh well, she can never, thinna, 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 thinna,
That is
thinna.
true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I talk
she can't be out here with the 6-inch heels on when I come home from work. The kids gone. You know what I'm saying? Teddy Pendergrass is on, and you up here looking sideways, like, why you doing this? You my wife. You can't be sexy. You my wife.
You're
It
supposed
makes
to be looking homely.
right.
You're
You're
supposed to be
supposed
looking like you've
to
been scrubbing the
look
floor all
busted.
day. What is
We
this
got
weird, sexy stuff? You're the mother of my children.
we got 1,000 ones. I'm ready to spin it, baby.
But
Come
it's
on.
like,
You got 1,000 ones. Get in stripper mode when I get back to the
but
crib.
that's what I'm saying. Like, let's put the pole in the basement and let's have fun. You want to get that swing? Let's put it in the room. Like, let's
Wait, I did not tell you. Scott
oh,
probably
my
listening in
bad.
the back.
My bad.
We
Sorry.
talking about swings at the park,
Oh,
but
right. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Right.
We gonna have to have a
You put
I don't
swings
know,
in
a chaotic night,
Yeah.
chaos culture, chaotic night.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Where we
Late
can
night
really
chaos.
turn up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Well, I
to talk.
But
wouldn't
no,
mind.
for real. As far as the cheating thing, though, right? Whenever, if y'all decide to have the conversation again, I definitely think that is something that is important, right? Because
Yeah.
we know there's a lot of consequences that come with that, right? And a lot of people don't take time to ask themselves, can they afford to pay that price, right?
Yeah.
And
Yes.
Mhm.
unfortunately, a lot of people they don't have the impulse control nor the mindfulness, right? To think about the other person. I also believe that you can love a person and do crappy things to them, right? And
Right.
so a lot of people will say, "Oh, well, if you love me, you wouldn't have done that." That's not
Nah, that ain't
true.
got nothing to do with
And so
yeah.
and so it's levels to this, y'all. But yes,
Absolutely.
absolutely, cheating is traumatic, y'all. I totally understand why y'all feel the way y'all feel in the chat. I feel the same way. We have to have conversations, and if you really with somebody that you feel y'all can work stuff out, that's the time to recalibrate and have a conversation about what y'all expectations is in a
Yeah.
relationship. But that is only if y'all want it. But know your boundaries. At the end of the day, know what you're willing to deal with and what you're not willing to deal with. And don't say it just out of reaction, because we know all of us in this chat saying, nah, never, 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 never clever. Okay, but yeah, when it hit your doorstep and you got, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff involved, it's gonna hit different. Now we know for the ladies that stay, y'all be thinking that she over it. Listen,
The
you
men
keep
aren't
trying
over
to
it either.
you keep trying to figure out why the casserole is burnt. Listen, cause she don't give a f.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, that
You
is
gonna eat
going
that
to
burnt casserole because I'm
like
sick
that's
of
what I'm
you,
saying. I'm not making casserole. You ain't eating my food no more.
and
You on
just keep
food
paying these
punishment.
bills and just shut up.
You
But
ain't
some women will
that
go and slide on their peoples though. They'll stay in the relationship, but especially if he got money,
get that.
she'll stay and she'll get the money and she'll go do
Yeah,
whatever she do. Shout out to
that
Sugar
is
Mom. She definitely with that get back. She gonna get her lick back. Sugar Mom gonna get her lick back.
you
So
know what?
yeah. Look,
King.
look, look, look. I'm so sick of him. He act like he got all the energy.
Tonight is
Listen,
the
listen.
night
Hey,
that
Chocolate,
I'm
you
gonna
gonna be
make love
like,
your woman
Hakeem,
right.
No,
Hakeem, turn over. Hakeem, turn over. I'm
Let
tired,
you
girl.
stay
I
to
don't
be
work
dinner
12
right.
hours.
I am
I
just
work
giving
12 hours, girl. Get off
Tonight
me.
is the night. You
Told you I
anyway.
said
had to
you'll
go to
be
work in the morning.
I'm scared, but anyway, like
tonight
I
is the
said,
night.
Hakeem,
I
Tonight is
we got
I
thoughts, man. A final.
oh okay. I will wrap it up, and like I said, I
All
think
right.
that's a part of the relationship that we put on a low totem pole, and we shouldn't. You need that intimacy. You need that emotional connection. You do need to ask your man, "Hey, how your day, babe?" Or if you feeling stressed, here I got dinner ready. Go take a bath, take a shower, chill, do whatever you got to do. I'm here. And see, I'm not saying that just to say it. This is how I truly was in my relationships. Because I feel like if we've decided to be together, then I'm gonna indulge you. I'm an indulgent
Ooh.
type of person. Like that's just why can't we enjoy each other's company? You know what I mean? It don't have to be this clinical, I pay the bills, we have sex, here's the kids.
Facts.
That's crazy. Like, where the fun at? And that's my final thought. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Why you looking like that, Hakeem?
Go
no,
ahead,
no.
Miss J.
I'm lost in transition right now.
Final thoughts. I definitely think that for people who find it worth it. They're able to find value or able to salvage whatever it is they have. If they value that more than the infraction, it's definitely worth it. But there has to be a lot of work done, and it's gonna take more than dang. I already apologized 2, 3 times. It's gonna take way more than that because you're gonna have to constantly reassure that person that it's not gonna happen again, and that takes work. And some people not up for that work. But yeah, know your boundaries, and if you won't be able to function in a healthy on a healthy level in a relationship, have the conversation, and y'all come up with a game plan. If y'all have assets and children and stuff, come up with a game plan on how to back out as gracefully as possible. But yeah, it's ideal, but it's life.
Ooh, boy, y'all were going in today. Hakeem Jordan, y'all ain't got no final thoughts.
On
Y'all
demand sex.
Okay, Pooh. Okay, Pooh Shiesty. I'm finna go on Amazon and I'm finna order me a mask though. I ain't lying. I'm going on Amazon and I'm ordering a mask.
And
That is
I had no final thoughts. I had no final thoughts, but I enjoyed I enjoyed the show. Listen to
And
the
shout out
women.
to
Listen to you
BJ the cat.
guys.
Y'all did hear actual cat. That's Chocolate's cat, BJ.
oh
BJ in
my
the back because he cutting up. That's the man in her life, and he telling her to get off the
yeah,
offline. That's what he doing.
every time. So I
And
got it.
just so you know, Sugar Mom say on demand 3 minutes of sex. That's what you're looking for. On demand 3 minutes.
Not three
Boom.
minutes.
Mic drop. That's it.
I said
Listen.
you can get
I'm
it in 7 and really
Ronnie,
be
you on mute, babe. I can't hear nothing you saying.
I'm, I'm,
li-
I'm, I'm on mute. I can't hear me.
Yeah.
yeah, you was on mute.
I'm on apple cider pills. I'm on vitamin B12. I'm on black seed oil. Ain't no 3 minutes. That's all I got to say.
I'm weak inside. Good day, y'all.
Go ahead, Roddy. We can hear you.
You hear me now?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Oh yeah, no, my bad. Because you know people hitting me up at the same time. No, I was saying it was a fun show, man. Fun slide. They still on the panel or they gone already? They still
No,
here?
no, no, they left. They left.
Oh, they
They
left.
still it is.
Yeah, it was good, man. It was a really, really good show, man. I would say, and this is why it's so very important to like, share, and subscribe, and make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, shout out to Sherry Bryan. Shout out to Mrs. He or he say. I know it's the Mrs. He
Yeah, Miss
say.
she said.
Day. Shout out for Crystal Robo. Shout out to Urban Norm. Shout out to Jabari. Shout out to the lovely Jess J. Thank you so much for being on the panel. Shout out to Chocolate Herb. I also put
Earth.
on in the chat so you guys can go and subscribe to him. Shout out to Cherry Bryan and also Sky. Shout out to Motivated Vision, John Smith. Man, we had a lot of people on there.
Eric Brown. New Orleans stand up 5th Ward.
Kim, shout out to Keisha M. Shout out to Lord Spice. Shout out to Gore, man. Shout out to you guys, man. We had
Good.
so it was really fun. A lot of
Listen, Gore
I,
gave me a new name. Hakeem Simpson.
Simpson.
Hey,
That's a,
don't forget my man Big. I forgot my man Vibe with Big Heavy Podcast, man. Shout out to him. Shout out to Eric Brown.
Oh,
Man,
Ninth
Vibe,
Ward.
he Vibe when I mean everywhere, he is everywhere. I be like, where he at? He everywhere. Everywhere I'm at, he's right there. So shout out to him. You know, it's just amazing. Not only that, but guys, like I said, we have an announcement to make. Hakeem, you gotta share the screen for this one. Finally, guy, it is here.
Oh yeah.
What happened?
No, I'm gonna share it. Let me get it.
Because finally, guy, it is here. 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 And I'm gonna show you what is here, so you guys can say what is here. What is here? Man, Hakeem been working extra hours, man. I can't believe it, but it's here. We just waiting for Hakeem. Just say what is here. Hakeem getting married. No, I'm joking. It's not that.
yeah.
Listen,
Not
I'm too strict. Listen. That on demand. I'm getting married.
Yeah, but it is here. It is here. It is here. So Hakeem just gotta share the screen, and we will show you.
There it is.
Got the KI Culture Radio hats. I already put me an order for 6 of them. We have them in different colors. Shout out to Hakeem. He's been working very hard on these hats. So no longer you will not see me wearing my 49ers hat anymore. We are a official brand. Shout out to the KI Culture Radio family, man. You guys, with y'all help and y'all support, we was able to literally create a brand. Real talk. Shout out to you guys, man. Shout out to the KI Culture Radio family, man. Look, Hakeem, don't cry, man. Don't cry. We'll cry in the back.
Hey, listen, I'm just crying because we got all the brothers and sisters here with us. We're here, baby.
Yeah,
we're here.
So I'll drop the link in the chat so y'all guys can. We have different varieties of color. We have red, blue, black, all kinds. You know I'm gonna rock the red because you already know why. But it's just we have all these different type of colors. Shout out to Hakeem. Shout out to Jordan. Shout out to myself, man. We really been working hard. It's in the KI Culture Radio Community tab. So if you guys are watching the playback, go to the KI Culture Radio Community tab. The link is there. Also, the KI Culture Radio T-shirt is also there. And also Prince Hakeem New Book, Black Love. Thank you guys so much for supporting the platform. As you can see, we investing right back into the KI Culture Radio family for you guys to enjoy. But shout out to Hakeem, Jordan, and also myself, man. We really put in the work, man. For real. That's why y'all guys, man, it's unbelievable. It's KI Culture Radio, baby. We're about to hit the move, man. We like always, guys. We love you guys.
We love you.
Peace.
Peace.